Marvel's Spider-Man is the web-slinging, city-crawling action game that lets you take on the role of everybody's favourite friendly neighbourhood Spider-Man, as he has to take on a new war on the streets and faces off against some old foes who are out for revenge. New York has never looked this good in a game before, as it oozes with life and almost takes on a personality of its own. It's vibrant and evolves as the story unfolds, as new gangs rise up to cause chaos on the streets, and as a whole range of new side quests and collectibles pop up as the story goes along. It's always giving you something new to do. Sure, there are the odd dud missions like some of Harry Osborn's research centres, or Black Cat's stakeouts, which are clearly just a tease for the upcoming DLC, but these even can be fun, simply because of the strength of the game's core mechanics, i.e. the swinging and the fighting. Even getting around from one place to another feels satisfying, especially when that heroic Marvel music kicks in. And as far as the story is concerned, just when it seems like one plotline is wrapping up, a new threat or new danger emerges, keeping you on your toes and giving our superheroes something else to have to deal with. All of the characters that you meet are fun to be around because they're so well written, so well performed, and so well animated that you end up getting sucked into their world and actually care about what happens to them. Thankfully, the game skips out the whole origin story routine that we've seen now in games and movies dozens of times before, and instead decides to jump right into the action as Peter Parker begins the game as an already established hero of the people, working alongside the police and acting almost like a detective trying to piece together what's happening to his beloved city.
All I did was save this kid's balloon from floating away and he made me this. It's the little things that make it all worth it.
But as well as spending time down in the lab doing sciencey stuff, there is of course plenty of bad guys that need tying up, just like flies. Whether it's the run-of-the-mill goons or against one of the supervillains like Shocker, Fisk, or Tombstone, combat's always a blast. You feel strong and agile, using your spidey sense to easily pull off dodges, even against bullets. Plus there's plenty of opportunities to act like a real spider, crawling around quickly and stealthily webbing up unaware foes. But despite your strengths, you do always feel at least slightly vulnerable, as it doesn't take that many hits to kill you. To help you out though, you do unlock a whole array of different gadgets, moves and special abilities to help swing the balance in your favour and stop you from getting overwhelmed. You can get these new moves by exploring the city and by completing optional activities, which earns you tokens that you can use to buy stuff with. Plus there's bonus tokens available during each encounter for meeting certain criteria, such as using a certain move a set number of times. Quick-time events in the game end up fitting in nicely with the combat and aren't too overused. They're often saved for the larger set-piece moments in which you wouldn't necessarily want full control of, otherwise you'd miss out on some of these cool sequences. The fighting ends up being this blend of ground and air combat, which leads on nicely to the most important part of any Spider-Man game, the swinging. Once you get adjusted to the controls, this is the best that web-slinging's ever been. It's the perfect mix of speed and control, easily getting you to where you want to be. You can go from standing still to flipping between buildings in no time, and the added little tricks and flips that you can do makes it feel almost like an extreme sport, with you darting around the streets looking for crime to fight, or simply kicking back to listen to one of Jay Jameson's podcasts.
Oh, no, I just had a terrifying thought. What if this isn't the Spider-Man we know, but some sort of metal mohawk-wearing copycat? What if there's more than one? Jared, go to break. I need to lie down.
With the popularity of both Marvel and the Spider-Man character, Insomniac Games needed to pull off something great with this game, and thankfully they did so with flying colours. But with great power also comes great responsibility, so all we need to do now is wait for a sequel to find out what happens next to the amazing Spider-Man. As always, thanks for watching. Bye.